Leeds fan says, as a critic of Daniel Farke, he deserves to stay after getting 4 points from Chelsea and Liverpool and taking the chances he did with his substitutions. How you all doing? Welcome back to Where Whites Walk. We've got Sam back. Very happy Leeds fan this week with what he's been watching, taking Chelsea apart and also coming back from the death against Liverpool. How you all doing? We're going to talk about those games this week, who impressed us. We're also talking about our favourite last-minute winner for Leeds as well. Talking about the World Cup, and we're up to letter I in our A to Z. Welcome back, Sam. What a week for Leeds. My goodness. Where'd you start with that?
Yeah, I'm a lot happier tonight than I thought I would have been 8 days ago. I think after the City game, we all, there was a bit of hope after that. We saw that things didn't have to be the way they were going. And I think most fans, especially when we saw the team sheet against Chelsea, we realised that he was going for it. And Chelsea team was pretty young, pretty inexperienced. I think very few of them had been to Ellen Road before. Obviously, had absolutely no idea the history of the fixture.
Yeah.
And I think we caught them cold. And by the time they realised what was going on with new formation, it was too late for them. But having said that, I think we needed the second goal before half-time. We can't keep a clean sheet, so one goal's never enough.
Let's have a look at some social media takes from the game. So Robert James says, in the space of a week, we've beaten City, point at home against Liverpool, and we run City really close. If you aren't behind this club team and the manager, there is something wrong with you. Proud to be Leeds and fully behind the club. Yeah, marching on together. Should we just be behind Daniel Farke now and just move on?
Well, while I was waiting to come on, I was just looking at the at a Liverpool fan page, and their manager won the league last year, and very few of them seem to be behind him. We're behind the manager when he's doing his job, and last week he's done his job. He did what everyone wanted him to do. He changed things. 3 games in a row as substitutes have actually worked. There's been more success with substitutes in the last 3 games in the last 2.5 seasons. So yeah, while he's doing good, the pressure's off him for a moment, but lose to Brentford and lose to Palace, and they'll be straight back on again. So that's the life of a football manager. While you're doing well or reasonably well, the fans will back you. But if you look as though you're going in the cul-de-sac, they won't.
Lee says, Aronson has finally worked out that any pass other than a back pass works. Saluted, and well done, Farke, for discovering substitutions. A little bit sarcastic here, Sam, but Aronson had a good game, didn't he?
Well, on my first time here a couple of weeks ago, I said that Aronson was best as an impact player, brought on the last 20 minutes. When he's fresh, he's a lot of running and chasing people down, and that's exactly what he did. He did what he usually does. He had a weak and effectual shot, but he had a good game. He's taken a lot of stick. He hasn't let his head drop, and he did what the manager and what the fans expected of him. So fair play to the lad.
Yeah. This means more good on admin for that one. Who else impressed for you then over these 2 games? Who needs the flowers this week?
Well, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Obviously, impressed both games. I was a bit dubious about him taking the penalty because I've seen him sky a few of those with Everton, and the keeper got close to it, but it went in. That's what matters. He works his socks off. I think a lot of us, myself included, were starting to have doubts about him, but I think he's dispelled those doubts, certainly for the moment. Obviously, Tanaka has been fantastic in the last couple of games. And again, I could understand why he didn't start. I thought Gruev's pretty defensive, and I think Farke's thinking was, okay, we'll have a defensive lineup, and if we need to chase a goal in the second half, then Tanaka is probably a more offensive player, and that's the way it worked out. I don't think it was a reflection on his performance against Chelsea at all.
Yeah.
Against Chelsea, I think the whole team played well. Few mistakes in the Liverpool match, noticeably Rodon. You know, I can't be too hard on him. He's been pretty solid all season. But again, say we had lost that match, everybody would be talking about the two mistakes that led to their 2 goals. And that was passing it about at the back against a technically very good team who are very, very quick in the press. And I could understand why they were doing it, because when the ball was going long, it was just coming straight back. And they needed to have a little bit of possession, but we're not really good enough to do that against good teams.
No, definitely not. And this one here says would start to look now, from now onwards. Yeah, would you do you agree with that based on what you've watched this week?
Generally, yeah. As I said, I could understand why he didn't start in the Liverpool game, but he's probably our most creative midfielder, and probably our best passer. So, yeah, I would tend to do it, but as I said, Farke gambled on not starting him, and it paid off for him. So, he's the manager.
A couple of weeks ago, after the Aston Villa game, Sam, we were calling out the goalkeeper for his positioning, and there was how's he done? How's he done this week? Has he redeemed himself?
I'm really not sure about him. He had a couple of good saves. Some other times he's maybe a bit slow coming out. I think we need another 7 or 8 games to make our mind up about him. I don't think he has the sort of disaster in him that was Amelie, but I think he's a sort of 6 out of 10 keeper. Unless he improves, we're probably going to need to get a better one next year if we're still in this league.
Yeah. Brentford next then.
Yeah.
When you look at this fixture as an away fixtures, do you look at it with a sense of this is where we could pick up 3 points, or are you happy? Would you be happy with a point?
I think we need to start looking at getting 3 points against teams like Brentford. At the minute, they're a better team than us. Like they're a solid outfit, and our record there isn't marvellous, but Leeds really need to get past this we can't win in London business. There's, I don't know, there's about six teams in this league in London, and we can't just write all those games off. And nor can we think, oh, we're going to pick enough points up at home. We're going to need to pick up more on the road. We've only picked up 3 points away all season, and I think we really should be looking for at least a point there. If we get a point, it's not the end of the world, but we need to start getting something on the road. All 2 or 3 points in the season can make all the difference.
Let us know. Let us know who your player of that Liverpool game was as well in the chat. We're talking about injury time winners this week, Sam, because there's been more 90th minute goals in the Premier League scored this season than at the same time as any other season. So we wanted to ask you, of all time, can you think of a 90th minute winner that sticks out, that's got you out of your seat more than any others? And while Sam's thinking, please let us know in the chat, and we'll read some of these out next week. What's one you can recall, Sam?
I honestly can't think of one that sticks out, though we did have quite a few last season. The Sunderland and Sheffield games, I think, were pretty last minute, weren't they?
They were, yeah.
The Sheffield United one, in particular, that was fabulous. That really got us going. And unfortunately, I tend to remember more last minute goals against us.
The heartbreak. Let us know in the comments then.
Exactly, but with some good ones last year, but I'm really struggling to think of any that leap out at me.
The World Cup draw was made, of course, this week. It's got us thinking about which Leeds players might we be hearing a lot more of in the summer. Do you think? Who do we who do we expect to have a good World Cup?
Well, if they get through the two Welsh lads, or three, if James ever returns to fitness again,
Yeah.
I don't really think we're going to have anyone in England set up, are we?
Don't
Not
think so.
unless,
No.
not unless there's a real injury crisis or anything like
Yes,
that.
I
And
can't see Jack Harrison getting it.
no, and are any of the other ones sort of good enough to be in teams that are going to be in the finals? I'm not sure. I don't think there are, to be honest. I think, and it's nice to see players from your own club at the World Cup. But what happens is, if they do well, then they're getting tapped up to go away to
This
other
is it.
clubs.
Yeah, see,
Like years ago when we did have players in England set up, they're getting tapped up with Manchester United players, to go there. And they admitted
This is
this
it.
afterwards, so I don't want to see Leeds players playing for England.
No,
I'm
course not.
obviously not English, so
Yeah,
I don't happen to care how England
Yeah.
does at the World Cup. Just want them to leave our players alone.
yeah. Good shout. We've been doing the A to Z of Leeds United, of course, over the last couple of weeks as well. We are up to the letter I.
Yeah.
It's a tricky one. This one, Sam. I don't know if you can think of any players with the surname I that's ever played for Leeds. We might need the help of people in the comments here again as well.
No,
It's a really,
a few with first names with I.
yeah, but
Well, maybe
yeah.
maybe we'll go for something else. Intercity Fairs Cup.
Oh,
won
yeah,
twice.
brilliant! Yeah,
The only European trophy we've ever won.
What a shout!
So can I give you that for a shout?
Absolutely, you can. What a shout that is! Fantastic. Right, right. We'll be watching Brentford, of course. Leeds. I think it's our Sunday main event, isn't it? If I remember rightly.
Yeah. It's a late kick-off on Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Right, we'll be watching that with our Yorkshire puddings and roast beef teas on Sunday. Then make sure it's a good game for us, Sam, if possible.
No, I hope so. I hope we'll be as in good a mood as we have been tonight. Yeah.
And we'll be back, of course, here in 7 days' time to review it all. Thank you very much for watching.
Okay.
Indeed. Have a good week, everyone.
Nice to speak to you. Bye.